The Archmage believed it important. It must be powerful.
We don't know that. We don't even know what it is. Where is Arin anyway?
In his quarters with that Thalmor on Kano. Something urgent, it sounded like.
All right, that's enough. Let's return to our business, please.
Can you possibly...
May your next fight bring you victory, friend. Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these. Did you read Night of Tears by Draenor Seleth? Old book, one I'd forgotten about. He proposed that the real reason Sothal was fought over by the elves and the Nords was because something was unearthed there. Something arcane, very old, very powerful. This orb. It might be what the book was about. Please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right? All right, then.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope. These things take time. We must be cautious. Don't you remember what I told you? About how not being able to control magic could destroy you? Who knows what we're going to find? I'm calling it the Eye of Magnus for now. But this is exciting, isn't it? We're in the midst of groundbreaking research. Whatever this is, this discovery will make history one day. Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery? Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Mare fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the marks. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Aliad, Dwemer, Daedric, not even Farmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience. But can you feel that? This marvelous object. It practically radiates magicka. And yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Arin is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must...
No,
It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go. Really? Well, allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you, specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants. Technically, that is true, but I still report to the Aldmeri Dominion, and I cannot ignore this situation. Don't worry. You can return to your petty squabbles and meaningless research as soon as this matter is resolved.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
The college looks so pretty.
Projects are underway to discern the origin and nature of the college's recent find in Sarthal. Any and all theories are currently being considered. Those with ideas should please speak with Mirabelle. Ah, that, yes. The group prior to yours has disappeared entirely. It's possible that there was less than the necessary amount of oversight. That's still being looked into. But we've had no contact with them for quite some time now. Arniel wondered if perhaps they'd somehow managed to get themselves lost in the Outer Realms. But I think that's giving them too much credit. I'm not sure. None of them were working on anything terribly dangerous. As I recall, Ysra was trying to improve flame cloak spells to better work in Skyrim's harsh environment. Elos Tai was practicing illusion spells. She was having trouble with the calm spells, I believe, but only ever worked with skeevers. And then there's Borvir and Rundi, twins, though they rarely agreed on anything. Those two boys were obsessed with mead, convinced they could concoct something to compete with Honningbrew. Something about using frost magic to chill the mead for a certain period of time. I felt it was a waste, but the Archmage let them proceed. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Now, if you'll excuse me. If you'll excuse me. Take a look. What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. Has Tolfdir been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject.
Speak quickly.
Now, I said let's go, now.
Please, it is good to meet you in person. I've given us a chance to speak privately, but I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with. You set this chain of events in motion at Sarthal. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so. As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided. Unfortunately, the future is as obscure to us as it is to you. The overwhelming power of the Eye makes it difficult for us to see. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours. He was once a student here at the college. Now he is something different. I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
Well, what is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here she is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
Divine smile on you, friend. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? Good day.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. That's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Very well. It's not something often discussed, as it might be misunderstood by the locals. The Augur is down in the midden, below the college. I don't recommend going down there unless it's absolutely necessary. No more than anyone else, I don't think. They're a very old order, predated the Imperial Mages Guild by quite a bit. In fact, the Mages Guild was founded in opposition to the idea of the Psijic Order, that only an elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
Mirabelle does a fine job. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. All right then. All right then. Maribel does a fine... So, you... See you around.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter. I am that which which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. But those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. Indeed. And so you have come looking, though you do not know why. Like others before you, you blindly follow a path to your own destruction. The Thalmor came seeking answers as well, unaware they will be his undoing. Your path now follows his, though you will arrive too late. No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ankano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further. You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow. Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed. Really? And what might that be? I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it. And how do you know of this? Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this. A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself. Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking? I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative. I'm not really sure. Made and used by Magnus himself, if you believe those sorts of things. I believe I've heard it said that it's the only thing that could adequately contain his power. The sort of embellishment wizards of ancient times loved to make.
I hear you found some thing in Sartor, and that the Archmage believed it important. It must be powerful. What does it do? Jazargo cannot say, but this thing from Sartor, you think it could help make Jazargo a powerful mage? Ah, this is good. Jazargo is pleased. Yes, this is good. Jazargo is ready to assist, and you know where to find him.
A fine day to you, friend. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Until next time.
Ah, greetings. A fellow adventurer, I take it? Morrow, an explorer of the decrepit ruins you see before you, a scholar of their history, a seeker of their knowledge. I am all and more. Anything the Dwemer once held is now within my grasp. I shall start with the foundations. Its core you may know, but its finery may yet elude you. A queer race they were, devoid of any semblance of reverence for the Aedra or Daedra. They scorned those who worshipped such figures, those who held utmost devotion to the fickle beings. Instead, this void was filled by the gods of reason and logic, those who provided the assurance of truth, and not the lies of divinity. Morality and ethics for the Dwemer were fickle. I do not doubt that compassion ran strong amongst their race. Yet, it seemed such kindnesses were not afforded to those beneath them, for they could not afford to be bound by such chains. Arrogant and filled with ideas of grandeur, they felt no remorse in conducting such atrocities to those beneath them. And so, a lifetime of servitude and experimentation were all that awaited those at the mercy of the Deep Folk. Why yearn for the assurance of magic? Why seek mastery of the arcane? Why pursue such great power? I know of your actions, and I do not question your motives, for it is simply within you. I am no different. Do not rack your mind with such quandaries. I simply do. Now, let us speak no more of this, for your sake and mine. In truth, I do not know. Years uncounted have passed since it was first struck, and I find myself becoming absorbed in other matters. You ask of me an insurmountable task, one not known to the greatest of men, and those beyond. I am no different. The greatest minds are all subject to this fact, and only a void of uncertainties offer any absolution. If your curiosity does not wane, one day I may attempt to quell it with all I have learned. A lifetime of arduous studying has its benefits. In truth, it is not only my scrolls that have allowed me such knowledge, but what I have discerned from my time traversing their ruins. The ancient automatons and all that was left behind paint a vivid picture, one that I have encapsulated in my mind. We shall meet again. Do not fret.